On the night of August 19th, 2017, 26-year-old Rachel Donnelly was abducted from a grocery store parking lot in Tucson, Arizona. For 31 hours, she was held in a locked storage unit 40 miles outside the city. She had no phone, no weapon, nothing but her own mind. When she finally escaped, she didn't just survive. She remembered everything, every detail, every word, every feature of the man who took her. And she used that memory to do something investigators rarely see. She identified her own attacker before police even had a suspect. This is the story of Rachel Donnelly and how she became the reason justice was served. Rachel worked as a pharmacy technician and had just finished a late shift when she stopped at a grocery store in Tucson to pick up a few items before heading home. Security footage later showed her walking to her car at 9:42 p.m., carrying 2 bags. What the footage also showed, something investigators initially missed, was a gray sedan that had been parked in that same row for nearly 40 minutes, engine idling. As Rachel approached her car, a man emerged from the sedan. Witnesses inside the store heard nothing. There was no scream, no struggle loud enough to draw attention. Within seconds, Rachel was forced into the passenger seat of her own car, and the gray sedan followed close behind as both vehicles left the parking lot. Her family reported her missing when she failed to arrive home and didn't answer calls. By midnight, Tucson police had issued an alert. By morning, the case had escalated to a multi-agency search. Rachel, meanwhile, was being held in a storage unit facility off a rural highway, bound but conscious and quietly memorizing every single detail of the man holding her. For 31 hours, Rachel remained calm on the outside while studying everything she could. She noted his voice, slightly raspy, a faint accent she couldn't place. She noted a tattoo on his left forearm, partially covered by his sleeve. She noted the sound of trains passing nearby at regular intervals, which she later used to help investigators narrow down the location. On the second night, her captor made a critical mistake. He left the storage unit's outer door unsecured while moving his vehicle. Rachel, still partially bound, managed to work the restraints loose enough to slip free. She ran nearly 2 miles along the highway before a passing truck driver stopped and called police. What happened next surprised even veteran detectives. Rachel didn't just give a description. She provided a structured, detailed account. Physical features, mannerisms, vehicle details, including a small dent on the rear bumper, and even partial digits of a license plate she had glimpsed through a gap in the storage unit door. Detective Maria Santos, who led the case, later said in an interview that Rachel's recall was the most precise victim testimony I've encountered in 18 years on the force. Using Rachel's description of the train sounds, investigators narrowed their search to a specific storage facility corridor near the rail line. Combined with the partial plate number, they identified a vehicle registered to a man named Gregory Hale, a 38-year-old with a prior arrest for unlawful restraint that had never resulted in conviction. Police located Gregory Hale's vehicle within 18 hours of Rachel's escape. The gray sedan matched, the dent matched, and the partial plate matched exactly. When officers searched his property, they found items confirming Rachel's account in chilling detail, including restraints consistent with what had been used to hold her. At trial, the prosecution's case was built almost entirely on Rachel's testimony. Testimony so detailed and consistent that the defense was unable to create meaningful doubt. Rachel testified for nearly 6 hours, recounting her ordeal with a composure that several jurors later said was the deciding factor in their verdict. Gregory Hale was convicted on all counts in 2018, including kidnapping and unlawful restraint, and was sentenced to 35 years in prison. During sentencing, Rachel addressed the court directly. She said, "I spent 31 hours memorizing every detail about you because I knew that if I survived, I was going to make sure you never did this to anyone else. You didn't take my mind. You gave me a reason to use it." Rachel Donnelly has since become an advocate for survivor support programs across Arizona, working with law enforcement to train other survivors on memory retention techniques during traumatic events, a method now informally referred to by some investigators as the Donnelly method. She has said that the hardest part wasn't the 31 hours of captivity. It was the moment afterward, when she had to decide whether fear would define the rest of her life or whether she would use what happened to protect someone else. She chose the second path, and because of that choice, Gregory Hale will spend the next 3.5 decades unable to hurt anyone else. This has been the Dark Truth Files. If Rachel's strength moved you the way it moved us, share her story. Survivors deserve to be heard, and their courage deserves to be remembered. Stay aware, stay strong, and never underestimate what you're capable of remembering.